Here, look at these strange tweets by Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, neither of which can muster themselves to even say the word Christian. They use the strange phrase Easter worshippers. Is that who they are? Easter worshippers. Now, perhaps New Zealand is more like Canada and the United States, so we're more interested in a horrific crime in a country like our own, but I don't think that's what's at play here. I think generally the media loves the narrative of Christian whites attacking Muslims, but likes to bury the narrative of Muslim terrorism, especially when Christians are the victim. Joining us now to talk about this is our friend Pamela Geller. She's the publisher of the Geller Report and the founder of American Freedom Defense Initiative. She joins us from New York. Great to see you again, Pamela.
Thank you for having me, Ezra.
You know what, I think of the murder of 50 people in New Zealand, which was horrific, and I think of the murder of 50 people at a gay nightclub in Florida a few years back, committed by a Muslim terrorist. And look at the difference in coverage. I think the media hates to cover Muslim terrorism and goes out of their way not to do so. What do you think?
I think they should have said chocolate bunny eaters as opposed to Eastern worshippers. I mean, that was deeply disturbing. The more the jihad advances, so also is the stigma of talking about it. That is the very definition of Sharia compliance. You cannot criticize Islam. You saw yesterday, I know I announced it yesterday, when the Indian press, and by the way, there are a few nations that have suffered under the boot of jihad oppression, as India has, and their intel is very good. And they announced the names of 3 of the jihadis right away. And I had, using them as a source, had published it as well. And I was on the receiving end of enormous scorn and derision on Twitter for even implying that this was jihad. And even now, we know that it was. We know this is a group that was promoting jihad previously, whose sole agenda is to impose Islam and to impose Islamic law, Sharia law, which is the same agenda as the Islamic State, as Hamas, as Al-Shabaab, as Boko Haram. It's all of a piece. It's all the same playbook. And the Western media and the elites in academia, in mainstream media outlets, go to extraordinary lengths to protect the ideology. Yes, Christchurch mosque shooting was horrific. This was a deeply disturbed man, but there is no ideology. He created his own. He was an eco-fascist. He was an eco-terrorist. He had this mumbo jumbo of philosophical positions, political positions that made no sense except to him. I have no issue with Muslims. My problem is with the ideology that incites, that calls for this holy war against the non-Muslim, and the fact that we're not even allowed to talk about it. Where are the calls today? I mean, almost 300 slaughtered, 500 injured. Where are the calls across the world to expunge the Islamic texts and teachings that incite to this genocide?
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.